Bricklink's Series 8 Designer Program finalists were just announced. Today, we're going to review the one castle set that's come out of it, talk about the pros and cons of the set, and give a cost analysis. If you like medieval LEGO content, please subscribe. I post medieval LEGO content weekly. With the amount of lore given to this beautiful 4,000 piece castle, I can tell it was very thought out, but let's hear what the designer has to say about it. The sun-scorched heart of the enigmatic bounty hunters guild lies the Dustmark Keep. Nestled deep in the uncharted outland, far beyond the reach of civilization and the strife of warring factions, this sand-swept fortress thrives in isolation. Its remote and desolate surroundings offer unparalleled safety and secrecy, making it an ideal haven for the guild's operations. Amidst the unrelenting dunes, Dustmark Keep rises like a defiant monument, offering refuge and strength to its hardened members. The Keep's legendary bounty board is its lifeblood, displaying an array of lucrative contracts, and every mark carries a story of ambition, betrayal, or desperation. Renowned for their unparalleled precision and efficiency, the guild commands a reputation and fees worthy of their elite status. Their success is reflected in Dustmark Keep itself, a fortress that thrives against the odds in the desolate wilderness, a testament to the guild's unwavering prowess and resourcefulness. Well, we did it, boys. I suspected that this castle was one of the ones that might make it. To check out my style on the ones I was rooting for, check out this video I have linked at the top. After reading the description of the Dustmark Keep, it reminds me a ton of John Wick's society, and this possibly could have been some inspiration for the designer Bricklink. Another one it vaguely reminds me of was Fairy Tale. Let me know in the comments if you know of any other societies out there that sound like this. As we do the review, I want to try to point out exactly where I see stickers so you know exactly what you're purchasing with this set. This set has 9 total stickers, so let's see how many we can find as we go. The set as a whole though, it's honestly great. I like to see when a designer comes back and upgrades their previous designs. I give the designer big props for this set. He submitted it during Series 7 Bricklink Designer Program as well, but it didn't make the cut. So he went in, added a couple more things, upgraded things here and there to make it a little more impressive, and this time it made it. Talking about the build as a whole, I love the desert theme. We haven't actually seen a desert themed castle, so it makes it stand out immediately. I always like when castles can open and close, so it checks that box for me, and it also gives more display variety, so that's nice. Starting from the ground up, the basework here is done really nice. Desert basework is nothing new to LEGO due to all the Star Wars sets that have come out over the years, but it is new to LEGO Castle. Starting with that desert terrain at the bottom, working its way up to that darker brick, either being worn away over time or casting a shadow over the front of the fort, I think is beautiful. There's foliage throughout the basework that screams desert to me, so I give it props there. I'm glad it just isn't normal trees here and there throughout the normal LEGO castle builds that we get. Working our way up the walls have a massive amount of masonry bricks, which all of us castle fans love. This set probably has the most masonry bricks out of any official LEGO set I've seen. It wouldn't surprise me if LEGO downsized the masonry bricks just a little bit here and there to save on cost, but we'll see as time goes on. Still on the topic of the walls, I do like some of the techniques they used here and there. Seeing those studs on the outside of the walls is a big checkbox for me. The variety of walls is always one of the biggest things for me as a castle fan. Having just plain walls or even only masonry bricks gets very tedious, so I think the designer did a really good job here of mixing them up. For the upper walls, I believe that these pieces of wood sticking out are called put logs. Let me know in the comments if that's correct or if my castle history is completely off. For the ramparts, I do desire more. I'm a big ramparts guy. I do like how they use these older armor pieces on the corners for the ramparts, but just having the sloped 2x1 pieces leaves me wanting more. I think it pales in comparison on ramparts to the Lion Knight's castle and other castles that I've seen previously. Looking at the gate now, the door itself is pretty big and beautifully done. I like the armor details on the door, and those torches on the outside remind me a lot of those older LEGO pirate sets, so that hits me right in the nostalgia. These banners on the outside though are for sure stickers. And not only are the banners stickers, but those wanted signs in the back are stickers as well. We've seen similar wanted signs previously in the Medieval Town Square set, and if they were stickers then, they're going to be stickers now too. This is going to bring the start of our sticker count to 5. The last thing I'm going to say about the gate is it doesn't look like there's a mechanism for it to open. That is a bit of a letdown, seeing that almost all the LEGO Castle sets that have come out recently have had some sort of mechanism for the gate opening. On top of the gate, we got a ballista, which is really cool. Using spears as ammo in itself is just genius. We all have a ton of these laying around. I'm not sure if there's a mechanism on that. It implies that there might be, but to me, it looks like this is completely display. so no shooting spears for us, but a beautiful decoration, I will say. On the other side of the gate, we have the smaller of the two towers using one of those Tudor walls on the outside we all love with that purple accent to match this faction's colors. It looks like we might be able to have about 2, maybe 3 minifigures on top and maybe one inside as well. Working our way over to the right to the biggest tower of the set, it has the same style for a Tudor window in the front, as well as a balcony on the right where a minifigure could stand. Moving upwards, we see a trophy that resembles horns, and above that, my most favorite play feature of this set being the bell. The horns actually act as the bell's mechanism, which I'm not a huge fan of. A minifigure would not be able to easily access this, so it makes this more of a play feature rather than something a minifigure or person in this fantasy world would use themselves. I'm not sure if we've gotten this bell feature in LEGO Castle yet, but I love the idea of a bell being rung for invaders or something of the sort. On the side of this tower, we'll see another banner which brings that sticker counter to 6. Switching over to the most left side of the outer wall, we have a building. It looks like some of the more prominent members of the society might stay here due to the nice balcony and the foliage, including those palm trees outside. I like the stairwork on the exterior to show how you can get up from the wall. I think it's a very nice touch. When the set is closed, this building is right in the middle, so even though the lore doesn't depict a leader in this society, it could be used in that way depending on your own kingdom. Before moving inside, let's take a look at the minifigures. 6 of these are bounty hunters, 3 are peasants, and 2 are prisoners, one of which is a Wolfpack member and the other one a Lion Knight. I really like how there's a good variety here. The accessories on the bounty hunters are particularly nice due to them having some brick-built weapons and just different weapons overall. It goes nicely with their lore of being skilled assassins. I love how most of these figures have printed legs and that even the Wolfpack member has dual molded legs. Sorry peasants, but your legs make sense. Minifigure wise, this set gets an A+ from me. Diving into the inside, let's start with the bell tower. At its base, we have a small jail cell. Above it, we have a peasant cleaning the entrance to the tower. It does open up to that wall for access. Not too much else going on here, but we do see a ladder with an opening going up to the next room. I love this. Never assume figures can just fly around the castle and get to other rooms. This is good. Above it, we got the balcony room, and I can see a rat in this room, so a little extra animal for us there. Ideally, the mechanism for the bell should be in this room so that minifigures could use it too, since that's how it is more in real life. In the next section, we can see a big wall section with an entrance to the bottom and another jail cell. Above the cell, it looks like it could possibly be a warden or something of the sort, and it looks like here we have a wanted poster next to him. Also on that wall, we can see a decoration here with possibly some sort of emblem for the faction. These are for sure stickers though, bringing our sticker counter up to 8. Moving up more, we have the small tower here with some supplies for defending the wall and what seems like some sort of bust with some lighting. I'm unsure what this could be for the faction, but a good idea to take away for some of your own mocks. Looking inside the gate, we can see this staircase, which when the build is closed, leads up to the wanted poster board and the main building. When opened, it doesn't make much sense to me, but it's still really nice when it's closed at least. On the bottom right, we got a small room with a ladder to move up the walls. This leads to a window to help defend the walls, so I really like this. Also, a stairway down to the wanted posters. This helps solidify the idea of the wanted poster board being the heartbeat of this civilization. All roads lead to the poster board. It doesn't look like we can reach the main walls from this section, but let's carry on to the main building. In the basement, we have some bunks and a place to eat for some of the regular bounty hunters. We have a really nice staircase that leads up to a kitchen, which I love. The kitchen has some nice food items with a cook in here, but that carrot in the back is questionable. The chandelier is a great detail. I love that light isn't assumed everywhere in this castle. And lo and behold, we have another doorway that leads to the heart of the city, the wanted posters. There isn't an entrance upwards from here, or at least it isn't shown in the pictures, so it's assumed that you can only get up here from the castle walls. In the top building, we have a door that looks like it might lock because the minifigure is holding a key. We have a bed, nightstand, and a place to put his helmet. I think hidden in the right here, we have our last little sticker piece right next to this candle. I can't be 100% certain, but if that's it, we have our 9th and final sticker, and we have succeeded in finding them all. The last thing I'm going to say about this room and the kitchen is that the tile work is really good. There's a good mix of smooth and stud bricks for minifigure placement. Let me know your favorite thing or least favorite thing about this set down in the comments. I could see this set being somewhere between 340 and 370 USD. It is a very similar piece count to the Adventure in Transylvania by Sleepless Night from Series 5. I'm giving it a range though for a few reasons. Adventure in Transylvania has 13 minifigures versus this set has 11 minifigures but 2 horses. I'm fairly certain that the horses count as figures because of their price point on the Pick-a-Brick side. The Dustmark Keep does have 56 less pieces though. I don't think this will make much of a difference. The biggest deciding factor for the price though is going to be time. Because this set doesn't go up for crowdfunding until 2026, it will really depend on how LEGO's doing as a whole. Over time, LEGO prices have traditionally gone up, but if LEGO's killing it, who knows what's going to happen? That's my thoughts on the price point. Let me know if you guys have any other thoughts in the comments. Thank you all so much for the support on the channel. I'm really excited that after 2 months of hard work, we've finally gotten over 100 subscribers. It really made Father's Day special for me, and if you like medieval LEGO content, please subscribe. My next goal will be to reach 500 subscribers by the end of the year. I'll do my best to keep track of this price going into 2026, and as soon as I hear anything, I'll get something out there for you guys.